Hey guys, welcome back to Dak Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to draw a star within a star, if that makes sense, graffiti style. So I already drew the star out, the basic principles. Now it's just basically, I'm going to darken it a little bit more so you can see the lines, is the basic cross that you do to make the star. You're not going to keep it. It's just the framework for the actual graffiti lettering. So you just want to follow, the basic rules, which is you can make it as big or as small as you like. And then you're going to go in and you're going to darken the edges that you're going to use like this. So I'm doing, you just gonna figure out how you want to shape the letter and how you want it to fit within the shape. Does that make sense? So the S is fairly simple. I think you can use these little points that I decided to use to do like the S, and just go down and follow the line. I want it to connect at the bottom because there has to be, the letters have to make the shape. So there's certain points that you actually really want to hit in order to get the star shape to come through how you want it to. And you at this stage, you just play around with it, see which will look better, which feels like it looks better. See. So now, you also want to see how it'll look. And I don't really like this inside. I want it to look a little bit more sharper, so I'm going to make that like that. I don't know. It's good to visualize and play around with different ideas in this stage because it's just a rough draft of what you're going to actually complete. See, I don't really like that either. But let me see, maybe let's start the... Yeah, maybe if I change that up a little bit. It didn't flow right to me, because it had the straight line and then it had a line going sideways, so they didn't really match up. And again, you could do this any way you want. I also got to figure out right now, how I want the letters to match up. And I think, if I put a little T in here, because the letters don't really, matter size-wise. They don't have to be the same size. So I'm going to make the T here instead of trying to put it across. And it'll fit way better. The little T there. And then now I'm just shaping everything. So since the T is kind of intruding on the S, I'm going to have to erase all this and start out by making the S part go around the T. Then I could go back and reshape my S. Different effects. It's a graffiti style, so it's a lot of playing with what you think works and what not. I'll just think that'll look good. Like that. It's pretty good. Clean up some of the lines and the T's. I just noticed I didn't get all the way down where the baseline was that I had framed. With all the erasing, sometimes the lines get messed up. Let's see. So you see how it's like I'm shaping the letter into each other? So the A, I think the top point of the star is going to make a good shape for the top of the A. So I know that's where the A is going, so I'm just shaping where the A has to go through, which is the S, and around the T. And I think the bottom point will be the perfect end point for the A and star as well. So I'm gonna draw this down like this. And you're gonna make the A point right there. And the inside of the A going up, following the shape of the A we already laid out. And then for the R, we're gonna do the R in the little side point to the letter. Just outlining a little bit so I know what I'm gonna do, so I don't get, draw too short. Bottom of the R, two legs like that, and then erase all that. I can follow the erasure marks and grab a marker and trace your finished product. Do the line work for all of the letterings, and at this point you can't erase, so make sure it's exactly how you want it to look before you do this. Trying to do crisp lines. Try not to make the lines overlap each other, especially with the sticker marker that I chose. So it's like bold. Just do straight one-liners. Keep it as pointy as possible. Nice and sharp. Well, you're gonna try and make it as clean as possible. Don't really worry if you try and make the inside look as clean as possible. So if you get a little, offline work inside and betweens, you'll be alright. It's fine. Because I think I'm gonna add something to also make this star pop at the end, but we'll see. Let's see how I feel about it when it's done. Nice and sharp, and see, it messed up a little bit, but like I said, I'm gonna do something to fix that up in the end. So there are no mistakes, there's only happy accidents. Clean lines, now just do the R. As long as you have the separation in between the letters and the shape, you hit all the outside parts of the shape, you'll get the effect that we're going for right now. Otherwise, just Just make sure you do one-liners straight with the marker you choose. If you do two, try to go like a little adjacent to it like I did there. And there you go, you got the line work. And like I said, have an idea. I'm gonna get a thinner marker, thinner point, or a black pen, and we're gonna go in between. Make sure you touch. You can still kind of see the lines that we framed, so we're just gonna scribble, do straight lines. Keep doing straight lines in between all the gaps and outside of the letters, and everything sort of blends in together so they match. Like there where I made the mistake, I'm not really gonna tell once I put all these lines in there, unless you're really looking for it. See, so it frames the whole thing. Once you color the insides, even places, like I said, you could clearly see some of the line work or framework we did in the beginning with the star. Just make sure you touch those and you'll get the perfect star shape. Nice little dashes. Try to keep the outside line looking as straight as possible. You can switch up the direction if you want. I'm trying to stick mostly this direction. And add the blue right here. Blue Sharpie. And I like to call these vents. I like adding vents because they're like simple stylistic things you can do without oversaturating something with bright colors. And if you're doing a mostly black and white piece, a little pop of color always makes it stand out and look way better. Just a little flare. So I'm gonna do like I did two small vents. Two medium-sized vents and one really small one, because I want to vary the size throughout the rest of the letters. And I think that you should try doing different sizes in all of them just so it looks more cohesive. I'm going to put a couple vents right here at the top. Different sizes, different shapes. I'm saying these are a little thicker, and a little dash up there, a little point to it. So you see you got a shorter one, one's different sizes. Then it's a really cool effect I like to put on certain things just to make it look a little more extravagant, if that's the right word. But it adds a lot to the piece to do little things like that. And for this R over here, don't really need to do thicker ones. I'm gonna do like 3 thin ones. Then I'm gonna grab that pen I used from earlier. Let me erase this first. Get all the extra pencil marks. You don't need any of them. Erase all of that. You look nice and clean. Grab that pen, and you're gonna draw lines coming out and little stars. Following the same basic method we did before, the little star method. And line and stars, and brings the piece together. And that's how you draw a graffiti star within the shape of a star. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.